What is up everyone, Tony here with a video on the OnePlus 3 running Google Pixel Experience. So I do have everything installed on here. We have the Pixel launcher. We also have Google Assistant working properly, the weather, everything seems to be working pretty good on here. So I'm gonna go ahead and answer a lot of questions that I've been asked as far as, does the fingerprint button reader work? Does the camera work? Do the gestures work? And stuff like that. So we're gonna go ahead and knock those out one by one. So the fingerprint does work. You can see here that it is functioning properly. If you try a different finger, it will not unlock. So yeah, the fingerprint sensor is working properly. The camera, I believe it's using the same one. It does work. No issues with the camera. Now, the Google Assistant obviously is working also. Hello?
Hi, Tony. How can I?
So she is working properly. We slide over to the left. Google Now is working properly. Also, we have the weather here. A lot of people were complaining that they weren't able to install or the weather was not working. Here it seems to be working fine. Just tap on it. So maybe it has to do with the ROM that you're running or the ROM that I made a video with the latest build of CyanogenMod 14.1, which was, I actually reverted back to the previous one that I was using, but they do have a new one that was just released just yesterday. It's in CyanogenMod website. It's actually an experimental build, which pretty much is what this is. This is an experimental build. So I'll go ahead and show you exactly which one I'm on. So I'm running Nougat 7.1, and here is the build that I'm actually running. Is actually the October 27th build. So it's not the newest, but it seems to be working the best. So this is the one I'm sticking with. If you guys are watching this video and you're having issues, maybe you should revert to this build right here, which seems to be working fine. But yeah, everything is working. Let's go ahead and try the gestures. So the circle for the camera is working. And let me see what else. If we do the V for the flashlight, it should be working. Now, as far as the music, it is not working because I don't think it's installed on here. Let me go check real quick, but I don't think there's a music app installed. Or the OnePlus One music app is not installed on here. But yeah, gestures is working, camera's working, fingerprint reader is working. Let me see if I can find gestures here. Here we have them here. So everything here is working. Haptic feedback is working. Music, I guess the skip ones are working. So you could skip tracks. That is working if you're playing Pandora or something. And then we have additional buttons. You can actually swap your most recents over to the other side and your back button over. You can swap, so that's pretty cool. That is working. I do have that feature already working. Let me see. And buttons, you can go back to your on-screen buttons. They do work. No issue there. So let me see what else, where we're at. So that is working, no issue with that. So everything seems to be working for me on this build that I'm using here. So we can go ahead and try. Let me see if there was another question, I believe they had to do with the SIM cards. Okay, so then if we go to SIM cards, I'm not gonna tap it because my number's on it, but I'm using it on Cricket. And so far I haven't tested 2 SIMs, so I can't really come back and answer any questions towards that. But I do have Cricket. Cricket seems to be working. I do get LTE. Let me disable that real quick. Let me disable. You can see that I will get LTE. There you have it. LTE is working real good. So everything seems to be working. There is a new build of CyanogenMod, like I mentioned, on their website, and it is for the OnePlus 3. If you want to try that build, it may help. CyanogenMod always creates some good ROMs, and they have an experimental build. I think it's going to be the same thing as this one. So there you guys have it. This is basically what is working and what is not working. Also, I almost forgot, the wallpapers are working on here. We have this is the one I have installed. Set wallpapers. So the wallpapers are working, no issue whatsoever. You can see that. We do have the camera over here. fingerprint, and then the microphone. It's locked, so it won't work. But yeah, there you guys have it. And my next video is going to be on the Google Assistant, what she can and can't do, so stay tuned for that. She's very smart. Peace out.